Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
All right, here we go. Green!
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll set up a throw. He finds Beckham complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
3-19.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down and put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a toe. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Play fake here on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Brett Barton, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to throw here. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On second down, here's Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty...
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if they want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19! 3-19!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. They'll look to throw here on first down. To Barkley on the check down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. They're going to look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That first down completion only netted him 3, sitting 7.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Giants add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got...
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Green 39! Green 39!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mike Daniels in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on second down. Now they got to come up with something big here on third.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Gone! 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 Gone!
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A heck of a play there on 3rd down. Amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So they wind up throwing it against your advice, but the result's still a 4th down.
Well, it did turn out to be a safe throw. And you know how sometimes coaches talk about using short passing game as a run? Essentially, that's what they did there. Now they can kick it away.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
As defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this will hold in by Rudolph. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 1st down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. His pass caught with the 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham. His 6th.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are to grow their lead. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.